All right. First off, Kevin, thank you for being here for us.
It was my pleasure.
Uh, let's go from the beginning. How did
Mhm.
we get to where we are today with your YouTube channel?
Well, it kind of started because of my friends. My friends, Mean Monk 713 had a YouTube channel. I was always helping him out with his content. Same with Realty Dragon, and we'd always be like, hey, you have to have kind of like a handle or something. And I'd always remember I had like this old not Facebook, but MySpace account back in high school when I wanted to be a famous film director. I called myself Kevin Director on MySpace because you couldn't really call yourself Kevin Bianchi in MySpace because you have this like handle. So I just kind of came up with that. It's kind of like a misnomer or a moniker or whatever. But like I'm not more of a videographer than a film director, but still I enjoy making projects that have high production quality, but it kind of have that cinematic look in that sense. And I guess YouTube really started taking off more when I started doing more cosplay music videos. And the more I started doing them, the more people kind of responded to them. And I figured, okay, try it and see if we can make it to 100. And we made it past 100 last year. So right now, I think we're about 140 cosplay music videos in, and we're gonna have and I just released part one of my Katsucon 2020 video, like literally 2 days ago or 2 nights ago actually. But we're gonna be releasing part two on Sunday, and the conclusion of the Katsucon 2020 trilogy Thursday, a week from now. So yeah, after that, got a little bit of R&R to kind of finish up some client projects, but also got to start getting money together for some cosplays, as well as some other flights out of town, which include Power Morphicon in Labor Day weekend, as well as Star Wars Celebration the week before.
So it sounds like directing and filmography has been a passion for a very long time for you. What about cosplay and the things that you're actually taking videos of?
Well, I've actually been in the cosplay community as well as the convention community, particularly since the year 2005. I didn't really get into cosplay until 2000, I want to say seven, the year Pirates of the Caribbean 3 came out. That's when, I debuted my first cosplay, which was Captain Jack Sparrow. And I did a lot of different Johnny Depp style cosplays. Sweeney Todd, I did the Joker. I did the Red Turbo Ranger. Those were probably the four cosplays I had at the time. And I even did a skit when I went to the Art Institute of Houston, where I kind of was, I guess, trying to think of an idea, and I just kind of bounced ideas off. It was kind of like Nutty Professor meets Kevin Director, where it's just multiple characters and I'm just talking to myself. It was a weird concept, but it was fun to say the least. But however, most of my skits now kind of we're kind of I'm still kind of figuring out some skits. I have one skit written out. But to get back to your question, I've always been a part of the convention community, and I've just enjoyed it. Like the first convention I went to was KamikazeCon, and I just enjoyed it so much. I wanted to go again and again. So like originally it was like 2 cons a year. Then several years down the line, it was maybe 3 or 4 cons a year. Then 5 or 6 cons a year. Last year was a little over 20 cons. So this year I'm trying to reduce that number down a little bit because I want to save up my paid time off at my job at MD Anderson, but also save up a little bit of the dineros for some other projects.
Are you comfortable talking about your day job?
Yeah, no. My job is with MD Anderson Cancer Center, particularly in Houston, Texas. I work with the diagnostic imaging sector. My job particularly is involved with videography, photography, and editing, and sometimes conference room maintenance. Well, I wouldn't say conference room maintenance is my main thing, but I try to do the best thing I can, which is basically plugging the power cord back in and plugging some cords back in here and there and praying to God that it works.
I remember that one. And it's cool that you're getting to follow your passion both at your day job and with this side gig.
Yeah, no, like with YouTube, it's more kind of like a way with YouTube, I find it more of a creative outlet because obviously with jobs, you have to follow things to a certain letter, and also with jobs, you have to basically make the video or photography or whatever to whoever you're working with, because it's their project. They have the final input. Where YouTube, I have the final input because I don't have to be like, oh, wait, is this good? Oh wait, I don't have to answer that because this is my project. I know it's good. Da, 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 da. Out. And if someone has anything else to say, like, oh, this is just this or that, I'll be like, hey, you, okay, with a winky smiley face. But no, it's just YouTube's more of a creative outlet, but I do have clients on the side, mostly cosplay models, as well as some real estate agents every now and again, just to help finance travel and other projects. So I don't have to dip into my paycheck for that stuff.
I was going to have that be the next topic, is how the heck do you afford going to 20 plus cons in a year?
Last year, it was sort of like the stars were aligned. I had an inordinate amount of paid time off because you have to work about 6 months before you can have a good amount of paid time off, particularly when you're starting to work at MD Anderson. So when the time came in 2019, there were some cons I knew about, particularly the first one, which was out of state and even out of country, which was Colossal Con Cruise. I'm like, I always wanted to go on a cruise because a part of me was hoping it would be like Speed 2 Cruise Control with Willem Dafoe. And I'd be like, oh my God, we're going 5 miles an hour on a boat or whatever. But no, it was an interesting experience to say the least. Definitely much more warmer in the Nassau, Bahama area than anticipated, particularly for January. But a lot of things just kind of lined up. The prices were right. I managed to find places to stay either for free or for practically nothing. And there were times where I got to work for conventions as their official videographer. This year, there are some conventions I'll be working for to go to for free. But there'll be times where I'll be going to a con basically for the love of the con. The con that I'll probably be going to, probably the top 3 cons I'll be going to, the ones that I'll probably be loving the most will be Star Wars Celebration, Power Morphicon, and New York Comic Con. So those are probably the ones where it's going to be like a love for that con in that sense.
You were mentioning your early cosplay.
Lately, I don't like. I know like my latest cosplay to date, I think was Ant-Man, and that was last year. I kind of ordered it from this one person about several years ago, and I finally got it, and it basically got to me in time when I got to meet Paul Rudd over at C2E2. It definitely was a fun experience to meet him. He was a very chill dude. I have been doing a little bit of Power Ranger cosplay every now and again. I'm currently trying to work out as much as possible, so when Power Morphicon comes again, and I kind of debut my secret Ranger project, I'll actually look like I actually belong in the Ranger suit. Because back in like 2 years ago, I kind of had a little bit of a gut, and I'm like, no, and I'm wearing all white, so I'm like, that's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. So
yeah, thanks for that's how
no. Like this, like here's the thing. This was like skin tight. So
oh yeah.
that's different. That's different.
Yeah, my size has kind of kept me from doing too much in the way of cosplay.
No, like here's the thing. Like I've seen people of all different heights, body types, races, whether they be guy, girl, trans, black, white, Asian, they would cosplay whatever they want, and that's the beauty of it. Like I've seen like maybe like kind of like one of my friends who is on the, she's a beautiful, heavier set woman dressed up as Captain Marvel, and she did a fantastic job. And like obviously that's going to be a tight fit, but still I thought she pulled it off. I thought she looked great. And I told her, yeah, that's perfect. Just do the same thing over and over again. And just like, just kind of like raise your hand up like you're being powerful. And I just get several different takes and angles of that. So that way I can have something to work with in post-production. But I think the one thing that kind of takes me off is this. It's not from you, but this is from people I hear a lot online, from saying, oh, this person can't be this person can't be that. It's like, who the hell are you to say that? This cosplay is for everyone. Anyone that disagrees with that, I'm sorry, but a giant hey, F you, no winky smiley face with an MK at the end.
The 2-inch salute.
Oh no, like for me, I've been known to rip into people on YouTube that have basically said, oh, this person's disgusting or this is that cosplay, but not to mention the fact it took a lot of courage for anyone that wears a cosplay to go out there and just do what they do, you know? I mean, it takes a lot of guts, not to mention most of the cosplays are uncomfortable. I can tell you when I was wearing my Ant-Man suit, my feet were killing me. And I was just like, okay, great. When can I go back to my,
things to go.
when can I go to my,
things to go.
yeah, I'm like, when can I go back to my Airbnb? I mean, granted, this fits like a glove and I look badass in this, but when can I go back to the Airbnb? My feet are freaking killing me. I'd rather wear heels.
As far as representation goes, do you seek out the
glove and I look badass in this
differences in people, the larger people, the trans people, the differences you try in people, trans give them some screen time. Do you trans people?
I try to get like anyone that like any like for me, I obviously seek out the people I try to get like anyone. Like sometimes I try to find. For me, I obviously seek out the people I know first. For me, I obviously seek out anyone I know or have worked with in the past because anyone I know or have worked who I've worked with or have with both. But anytime someone wants to work with me, all they have to do is spend money saying, anytime someone wants to work with me, I have someone one guy with me. All they have to do is dressed up as a zigzag zoon. It's like a poke. It's like this weird. He was dressed up as this one guy. New Pokemon. It's like a poke. It's like this weird. This one guy. He asked me, "Hey, can I get this one guy?" Yeah, sure. Pokemon. I filmed him, and he asked me, "Job like he actually think used." Yeah, sure. He asked me, "Say, hey, can I clip of it?" Job like he actually thinks used account and he posted even to his like cosplayers like even like even reached out to me and asked me if cosplayers like hey, can I get a clip of this or hey, can I get a shot of that? I'm like, yeah, I'm easy either way. Like the thing is, like everyone deserves to be a part of a video regardless of their status, their notoriety, or even if they are not as well known. Like I try to get as many different types of cosplayers in the video to show the differences, but also how beautiful it is that everyone, regardless of where they come from, their orientation, their economic status, their race, whatever, they can have a good time and just be cosplayers. You know, it's kind of like Power Rangers in a sense. You know, I mean, they don't really talk about, oh, you know, I'm red because I'm like athletic. That's no, they didn't even bring that up. They just like, these people are wearing this suit because they enjoy it, but also they're there for each other. And that's something I really like about the cosplay community.
Last real question I've got is, how is the waifu search going?
Waifu search. Ironically, I think there are some girls that are interested in me. I've been told by some girls, they're like, dang, I wish you would have released that photo sooner. And I'm like, I know. I've just been kind of like, because I normally would take like semi-fake lewds, which involved me and my camera. Those series of photos were normally taken by my friend Sadiq of M Light Studios. So for that one, I had the idea of like, you know what? I actually want to try and do a proper sort of lewd, but using the Wear the Waifu sweater, because I thought that not only would be funny, but it definitely would throw a lot of my friends for a loop, and it really did. So I might do another lewd set, probably at Fan Expo Dallas for a little bit of the lulls. But there might be some girls that like this stuff, and hopefully I might land a proper waifu, so I can be like, found my waifu.